Hey guys, back with another video. This time it's another impressions video, but on a game that I want to basically make people more aware of. I don't know if it's a game a lot of people have heard about. It kind of had a pretty quiet release. It's an indie game designed by one guy, Sam Barlow, and he was the writer for Silent Hill: Shattered Memories on the Wii, and I think it came to the PS2, which has always been, I think, one of the more underrated games in the series. I wasn't too crazy about it in terms of gameplay, but the story is actually probably one of the better storylines in the Silent Hill series. And this game, it's going to be a bit tricky to describe because it's unlike anything I've ever played. Some people, I think it will be used as one of those games for like the argument that there's quite a few of these games like Gone Home, and like Dear Esther and To the Moon, where a lot of people wouldn't call them games. There's always been these articles that, oh, these aren't video games, they're walking simulators or whatever. And I don't know, that's kind of a tired argument for me at this point. But I think this is a type of game that's not going to be for everyone. I'll say that right away. Not everyone is going to enjoy this type of game. I'll try my best to explain it and see if it sounds like something you'd be interested in. It's only $5. Unfortunately it's only for the PC and iOS devices. In fact, I don't even think it's for the iPad. It might be. I don't know. I know it's at least on the iPhone, but I know pretty much everyone has an iPhone these days. So that's probably where it's easier to access the game. And I think it would work pretty well on the iPhone. And normally I'm not into cell phone games, but I think this is a good one, and this is a very unique game. And it's certainly worth the $5. It's the idea behind it is really cool, and it's really unique. I haven't seen anything like it. Whether or not it makes my game of the year list, we'll see. But it's impressive in a lot of ways. So what is her story? Basically, when you first start up the game, this game doesn't tell you anything. You just start and you're immediately shown like a computer screen. Like an old school like desktop computer screen sort of, and you've got your mouse pointer across the screen. You've got like a recycle bin on the screen, and you've got this database that's been opened up, and you basically, this database has a bunch of these video clips, and you can play these video clips. You can select the video clips. And they're like FMV videos, like they're FMV videos of this woman being interrogated, at a police station, and each clip, it doesn't tell you what each clip is about, but gives you like a date during the video clip. And this woman will be like wearing different clothes depending on the date of these videos. And you kind of search this database for certain types of words. So say you search the database for the word like bone, for instance. Basically, videos will pop up where this character, the woman in these videos, will say the word bone. You can have up to 5 videos that will show up. So if you do common words, you'll get like 18 videos, but it will only show the first 5. So you have to be kind of specific with the words. And from the first videos you view, like the first word you've got in there is murder. And basically, you're trying to figure out this woman's story and why she's being interrogated. And you're going through all these video clips, and you're piecing together information that you're gathering just through these video clips, because this game doesn't explain anything to you. There's kind of like a README file on the desktop that kind of explains how to use this database, but that's about it. You can kind of sort the video clips you've viewed already at the bottom, but you can't really sort them chronologically. You sort of can, but it's very difficult, and it's honestly a pain in the ass. And that's one of my kind of issues with the game. I wish you could sort that stuff a bit easier. You can leave your own notes too. So what I found a good way to kind of go through this game was every time I viewed a video clip, I would kind of jot down notes pertaining to what that video clip was about, and then I would save that video clip to my bottom taskbar of sorts. So I could kind of go through those videos and kind of, so like it was kind of like a refresher of sorts to figure out what she said in those videos. And there's a bunch of these videos. Like there's plenty, and I don't really want to talk about the finish state of this game because that would be going into spoilers, and I'm trying best not to spoil this game. In fact, saying anything more about it would be criminal almost, because that's the fun of this game, at least for me. Some people might find it boring, and admittedly at times it can feel a bit like work. And right off the bat, it's very confusing. Definitely very confusing. But the more videos you watch and the more information you gather, some pretty mind-blowing twists come up. And of course, it's one of those games where at the end of it, you'll have all these different theories. And right when I was finished with it, I was immediately going onto the internet and seeing everybody else's kind of theories and what they thought of the game. So it's really cool in that way. Most people would probably be finished with it in like 2 to 3 hours. It'll take much longer if you want to view every single video clip, and you don't need to view every single video clip to get a full grasp of the story, or at least how you view the story. But I'd say it took me around maybe 55 to 60% of the videos, and there's kind of a way to track how many videos you've kind of seen. There's a bunch of cool Easter eggs with this too. But yeah, the look is very retro, and the FMV videos are in really poor quality. And it gives it kind of like a retro feel, which is really cool. So visually, I like a lot of the things they're doing. So yeah, there's not much to it, admittedly. And again, I think that's where some people might argue that it's not even a video game, and it's more maybe of like an interactive crime drama of sorts. It's really cool, though. I haven't seen anything like it. And it's like part of the reason why I liked this game so much is why I liked Gone Home so much. The kind of the exploratory nature of it, where you're kind of piecing things together yourself, and the game's not telling you anything. It's leaving you to your own devices and your own smarts, if you will. And I love that. I think it's refreshing, and it's incredibly well written. The performance from the lead actress, because it's just her. Like these interrogation scenes, it's just her. Like there's no one else. It's really well. She does a great job. A lot of interesting themes in this game. It's a lot deeper than you might think right off the bat. And yeah, that's all I kind of want to say. Honestly, there's some very creepy moments too, and it can be pretty dark at times as well. But yeah, that's about it. I don't even want to show gameplay, really, because even that I think would be too much in terms of spoilers. I just wanted kind of to explain what the game was kind of about and what you were kind of doing. So yeah, it's for PC and iOS, $5. Well worth the price if it seems like something you're into. Again, though, I know it's one of those things where some people are just not going to enjoy it. You'll probably see a lot of people going, oh, this is indie hipster garbage. It's barely a game. That's really annoying. I can't stand that kind of thing. And I see that a lot with games like this and Gone Home and To the Moon and stuff like that. But yeah, if it seems like it's up your alley, and I know when I first heard of like the concept, I was like, oh shit, that sounds like my kind of experience. So I immediately jumped on it, and I'm glad I did. It's one of the more memorable experiences I've had this year. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'm curious to see what it's like on the iPhone. I played it on PC myself, but either way, I'm sure it's great. Probably one of the best things you can get on the iPhone, honestly. So yeah, that's it, guys. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.